Hello, my friends. My name is Ryan Freeman. Welcome to the life of an English teacher in Kaohsiung, Taiwan, where I've got a great job, but sometimes I actually don't want to go to work. I have been having some bad sleep patterns where I just have been waking up in the middle of the night and then my mind starts, usually because I drank too much water the night before and I gotta go pee, and then I get back in bed and I'm tired, but then suddenly my mind starts thinking of all the crazy shit that's been happening. So I end up staying up, and I can't go back to bed, and so my alarm goes off and I didn't really get a full night's sleep. And if I don't have a lot of classes the next day, it's no problem. But this last Thursday, I wake up after sort of a restless night's sleep, and I'm gonna call in sick. I have 7 personal days / sick days. Use one. And in Ryan, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, would have used his sick days without a moment's hesitation. But for whatever reason, I now have this guilty conscience when I use my sick days, because I know how excited some of my co-teachers are and my students are to see me. And I also kind of know deep down that it's gonna be a more interesting day at work, even dragging ass, than it will be if I stay home. So I end up going, and the saving grace on my Thursday I have 6 classes, and that's the most out of any of my days. Some days I have 2 classes, some days I have 3 classes. Thursday I have 6 classes, so it's my heavy hitter. But the first class is PE, where all I'm doing is going, everyone say jump rope, jump rope, jump, rope. Okay, start jumping rope, and I mean, I literally have very little to do in the PE class other than just sort of being a mascot. I clap when they run, shout, go, 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 and I play badminton. I play kickball with them. It's a chill class. You're outside right next to the mountains. It's really an easy class. And then after, I usually do have an English class with a tough cookie of a co-teacher, but that class was canceled. So I would, and then I have another period where I'm free. So I'm like, okay, I'll have 2 hours to take a nap. And I may have qualms about calling in sick, but I have no qualms about taking a nap. I even bought a custom chair that has a leg rest that comes out and that reclines almost, so I almost have a complete 180-degree bed that this chair turns into. And they're all used to it. And I got a pillow and a blanket, and I just crash out whenever I'm tired and I'm free. So I thought, okay, bad night's sleep, full day of classes, 5 because 1 was canceled, but I've got 2 hours in the early morning to recover, take a nap, get some coffee. And after the PE, I struggled through the PE class. I get to the office and I just cannot wait to take this nap. I immediately just turn my chair into a bed, grab my pillow, grab the blanket, and just lay down. And my Kaohsiung mama, she's a wonderful woman, who takes care of me. But she comes over to me, and she's so cute how she does it. She's like, Ryan, no. I'm like, what? This is the first time anyone has told me I can't take a nap during my free time. She says, some government officials, some real big shots, are inspecting the school and they want to meet you. And so I was like, what the fuck? Like, my brain is not working. I have had actually 0 coffee at this point. Usually I've had coffee by this point. I've had A bad night's sleep, 0 coffee. I'm just exhausted. I need to sleep. And now suddenly government officials are coming to see me. So I'm like, fuck. So I take a swig. I had already started making coffee so that when I woke up from my nap, I would have a pot ready. So I end up taking a couple swigs of coffee, which immediately gets my bowels moving. And I gotta go to the little boys' room, the men's room. So the men's room, I can pee, go number 1 in the office bathroom, but although I could go number 2, I'm sorry to be crass, I could go number 2, it's where the women go number 2, I just feel weird, so I go to another restroom. The other guys in the office do. We're outnumbered by the women. We've got to keep peace between the sexes. And I end up starting to walk with some my tissue paper, still real woozy days, not happy. But I'm like, I should have called in sick, man. And I start walking down the hallway to the restroom. And all of a sudden, behind me, I hear a voice I rarely hear calling my name. I hear it speaking Chinese, but it calls my name. It's the director of our office. I have very little interactions with this guy, but he's always interacting with the people around me. He's like, Ryan, and he gives me that little finger wave to come on over. And I go, oh, and then I see all of these silhouettes of all these other figures. There's a whole procession of people. And I like just turn around and I go, and I'm like, I'm going to the bathroom. And then I hear the principal's voice, this very powerful, short, strong woman. Oh, you go to the bathroom. Okay. But you know the okay that's not okay? Like, we're on a tight schedule and we've just come up to your office to meet you in particular. And like, fuck. So now my coffee hasn't kicked in yet. You know, I just took a swig. My bowels are moving, guys, and I had a bad night's sleep, but all right, fuck it, you know, there was really nothing I could do, fuck it, so I skipped going to the bathroom, walk into the office, and there's my director, there's the principal's secretaries, there's another director, and there's 2 or 3 people belong to the government, an inspector and some other real big shot guy who was an English teacher, he's retired, but he does something for the Board of Education in Kaohsiung. And you just feel, I could see the tension on all of the other teachers in the office and on the director's faces. And everything is about this guy, this old guy, 70-something-year-old guy, and the inspector, this woman, probably about 60-ish, meeting me. Because I'm introduced as this amazing foreign English teacher who just does so much for their school. And it is true that I do a lot for the school. Like, I teach some extra classes, I teach jujitsu, I'm hosting a Halloween party on Tuesday, but it's just funny because I like this job because it's chill, but now I'm in this strange situation, and it goes really well, actually. It goes really well. The man was a delight to talk to. It was real fun. Of course, it's sort of like politicking, you know, and I feel like I am the lucky one to work here. And the principal says, no, we are the lucky one to have you. Please say you will never leave us. You know, this kind of politicking banter while there's cameras clicking, clang, 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 cell phone cameras, cling, 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 taking photos and stuff like that. So, so I finished that. End up getting some R&R, just a little bit. End up doing some amazing classes. Ended up having actually some of the best classes on that very little sleep. I don't understand what it is, there's no rhyme or reason. You know, some days where I feel like it's going to be a terrible day, they end up being the best days. Some days I feel like it's going to be the best days, end up being the worst days. Ends up being a fantastic day of classes. Just give you guys a few snapshots of what some of my classes look like. So on Thursday, I teach in this technology classroom. It's called Living Technology. The teacher's name is Dino. He's a former engineer, and he has this incredible classroom with like laser cutters, with every kind of technological thing that you could think of, gadgets like AI systems, computers. He does the whole IT for the whole school. He's got a drone race course on the ceiling. He's got all this cool stuff. And one of the first projects that he had the students do was to build a bridge that had to be 2 centimeters high that can hold, to see whose bridge could hold the most books. So here's a little clip of the students testing out their paper bridge with a stack full of books. Wow.
最后了，我书本用完的。
他赢了，啊！看一下胜利的嘴脸。
他后面下面真的没有倒呢。
他也完全没歪诶，我就说节奏。
看一下Ryan震惊。
他很硬，因为他很硬，然后很多。
And to give you another idea of how some other classes go, I teach a jiu-jitsu class on Wednesday. It's every 2 Wednesdays with senior high students, and it's for 2 hours. And some days it goes well, and some days it goes rough. I'm still trying to figure out, like, it's not a serious. These kids are great kids, but it's like, I can't teach it like I would teach a jiu-jitsu class at a jiu-jitsu gym. It's a different vibe, different atmosphere, different type of student. I can't bend them to my will. We've got to find this, just like any jiu-jitsu gym, any type of teaching thing, you find this meeting ground between the teacher and the student of how everything's going to interact. And this last Wednesday was great. I actually had them fight. Some of the students fought really well, fought really strongly, used some techniques that I had taught. Some of them just rumbled like they would rumble with their brothers in their house. And I just thought there was this really cute fight between these 2 very gentle souls in my class. You can watch that here. Very good. Yay! Good. Round of applause. Round of applause. Good, good, good. And also, I teach a music class where we talk about concert hall. We were talking about this concert hall, and these students had to say the English name by doing some gestures and in a very creative way. We talk about instruments, we talk about, and sometimes we do play music, but it's sort of a bilingual music class. Anyways, you could watch the students' performance of saying Wei Wu Ying, this sort of Kaohsiung Music Center of the Arts. You can watch that here. And so basically you have an idea of what the job is like, but however, every day is so different. You know, like I said, some days are crazy good, some days are just okay, you know, rarely a really bad day, but it does happen. There are problems generally of communication, misunderstanding, but with goodwill between you and your co-teachers, you and the other staff, or you and the students, it does get worked out. Taiwan is a fantastic place to teach. You know, teaching is not always an easy job. It is a very demanding job. One of the demanding things that I find is the social aspect, you know, because this is particularly true of being a foreign teacher, is because you're an oddity, and I'm the only foreign English teacher, I'm a very popular person. So everyone wants to say hello to me. Everyone wants to tell me my new haircut makes me look handsome. So it's a wonderful thing to just have so many people say hello, hi, you look very handsome. It's very nice, you can't complain. But so everywhere you go, that constant interaction, it sort of wears me down a little bit. It fills me up too, but sometimes can make me tired. I'm just becoming an old man. Okay, anyways, thank you for watching this video. I hope you got something out of it. I have other videos to bring you guys soon, I hope. And big plans. I'm hoping to buy my scooter perhaps tomorrow with one of my friends, the young lady who trained me, and a Halloween party on Tuesday. So we'll have some interesting things to talk about. Thank you for watching. My name's Ryan Freeman. Bye-bye.